Are you ready for this?
We're here! Hi, what's your name?
I'm Joe Fowler.
Hi, I'm Ron Popeil.
That shows anybody?
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Tom Purvis, trainer to the trainers.
Hi, I'm Mike Levy.
Hold on to your power rod.
But wait.
What are you doing?
Call now.
Call now.
Call now. Call now. Call or log on now.
Call now.
Call right now. Call in the next 18 minutes. Call in the next 16 minutes.
Call in the next 7 minutes.
Call these numbers right now.
Hello and welcome to Call Now, where we plunge headfirst into the surreal world of infomercial. And while we can't offer you free shipping, we can guarantee that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are definitely those of this network. Thank you, Tim. My name is Dan Sturdivant. I am joined, as always, by my co-hosts on this three-man we've known as Call Now. We have medium rare Mark Pedrati. Hey, Mark.
Hey, I am so hungry.
Oh boy, we're ready to eat because we're going out to dinner. Dave Sandrini. You look awful nice, Dave. You're dressed up for the party or what?
I think I'll have the salmon.
Well, you're in luck because we're about to sit back, relax, and have a little screening of a little film I like to call The Perfect Steak. This is a Kingstar Media product. You gentlemen have not fully imbibed in The Perfect Steak. I did a little bit of scouting work, so I have some idea of what to expect, but I am very excited to hopefully act as your Sherpa as we go through this, and really, let's be rare. Let's have some fun. This is The Perfect Steak.
Let's face it, cooking the perfect steak at home is tough. We dry them out broiling, incinerate them on barbecues, or pan fry them for that dried out shoe leather finish, ruining
He made that sound like a good thing. That's good! Like that's a cooking term.
That's not a bad thing to describe a steak. It'd be one thing you've described like a corn on the cob shoe leather, but steak, I mean, yeah, okay.
It was his reading.
Fried bacon covered mac and cheese.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
He's
they
like,
get that
shoe
nice
leather. That looks
shoe
nice
leather
on my
finish. I'm like,
on my script.
thank you.
Like, well,
And then
you
he
didn't
smoke-
really do it right.
Then he smoked a cigarette after
You
he
sound good, your
Told
tone's
you that
off.
you could take all the
I don't
guesswork
care.
out of cooking the perfect steak. With the press of a button, you'll control when your steak is rare, medium, or well done. Grilled perfectly on the outside every time.
It's a
Sealing in
Fitbit?
flavor and ensuring the best tasting steak you've ever experienced at home. But it will also cook fragrant fish,
There you go, Dave.
crispy chicken, perfect pork, heavenly hamburgers, crunchy toasted sandwiches, and much more. Don't miss a minute of the next half hour as
So
Good.
Did you guys
Good
like
B-roll.
all that alliteration too? That was nice.
This cheerless chest into a charmer.
Yeah.
Except, what was the last one? Crunchy chicken sandwich?
Crunchy
or
chicken,
something?
crispy
He was
chicken.
tired at that
It was,
point.
it was,
You guys
it
been
was
working
tough.
He's been working for 30 seconds. Come on, Jesus. All right, we got to meet our master chef.
Product specialist Bo Riles.
Oh,
and
sorry, master
television
product
personality
specialist.
Susan
Bo
Crenshaw
Riles?
introduce us to a revolution in grilling that is so amazing.
Bo-
we
he's-
just had to
he's
call
an
it
info
the
boy.
perfect steak.
That's beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, what are you doing? We have reservations
that does
in
look
about
good.
30 minutes.
Honey, don't be mad. Slight change of plans here. Instead of taking Ed out for his birthday, spending all that money at the fancy steakhouse, we're going to stay in and I'm making steak for everybody.
No,
Look at this
we
beautiful.
are not. I am
beautiful.
dressed for dinner. We are out of
Okay.
here.
Honey,
So I watched the beginning of this already. Spoiler.
Jesus.
And just go with it for a second. I like that they jump right in.
Plunging right in.
Right? Like they hit the ground running here. There's no
Zach
awkward.
too.
Yeah. No awkward introductions. They're just running right into it.
Go.
Yeah.
Hitting the script.
But that's the best thing about a steak.
That's the best part.
It's a simple thing. It's
as simple as that.
you cook it, you just cook the
Can't mess
steak, and
this
you
up.
and that you can't mess this up. I mean,
Well,
Nothing is ever as simple as it sounds.
no,
is it?
I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying conceptually, what else are you supposed to do, right? That's
oh
it.
yeah,
Make it happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Despite all the
Also-
ways we know how to mess it up, you really can't mess it up.
Who are these two?
Hi, what's your name?
Dan, do you know who these two people are?
Yeah, I mean, I knew Bo.
Bo knows baseball.
He's an infomercial guy. He's around.
Bo
He's
Riles?
a pitchman.
Bo knows football.
He's a pitchman. So yeah, he's good. Ms. Crenshaw.
Hi, what's your name?
She's done like 3 things.
64.
But they call her TV personality, which I think is generous. But you guys are both in committed relationships. If you guys were supposed to meet someone at a restaurant for their birthday,
You ever go to a Chinese restaurant?
and then you were just like, no.
No.
As your significant other was getting ready, you're like, I'm going to start cooking.
Mm.
How well do you think that would go over?
It'd be really weird.
Got your attention, huh?
Yeah.
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 I would like to say that this this is a Hazel moment.
Did somebody say muffins?
In that they run with that, but I don't know. It's a little too.
It's a great premise, but
yeah, not quite there. No, we're staying in this well lit room.
I literally did that.
Beautiful kitchen. But
what year did Bo get fired from LSU?
It was.
You got to trust me on this. Listen, we're going to make perfect steaks just like this for
Everybody,
everybody.
you've never made a perfect steak in your life.
I agree. I know I've screwed up steaks. Everybody does. But really, the great steak chefs know there are just 3 important things to cooking the perfect steak.
Oh, good.
There's time that you cook it, the temperature you cook it at, and the thickness of the steak.
Simple.
Do you see the hand and chef on your screen? So for our listeners, I implore you to please watch this infomercial, because there is a tiny cartoon chef on a human hand that has floated into frame, and he points to time, temperature, and thickness as Dr. Bo brings us through each one of those items. It's
awesome.
That is awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I love that
He's
they
sort of
threw that in
a
there.
Schoolhouse Rock looking guy for you people that can't see.
Yes.
Now look,
yes.
let's start with the pan. You see,
You people.
see the gauge there,
Yes.
the temperature gauge?
Yes,
It's in the red zone, which
don't
means
see it.
it's at the optimal temperature to cook the steak.
This
That's
is
around
after
500
LSU,
degrees.
then,
This
yeah.
is a beautiful
Oh.
porterhouse. You like
That
that?
is
Would you hold that
beautiful.
for
It's a
me?
bait.
All right. Now look at this little chart. Remember I said thickness? Let's measure the steak. This is a
Oh.
6. Now,
Do you think he holds it up to people?
Keep your back straight.
They had a ruler. Did you see that?
I hope so.
Look at this
He
6
puts,
over here.
puts
yeah.
that to Susan.
steak pod. Look, steak pod's going to tell us what to do here. You just tell it
What
what
is
to
that
do.
thing?
Beef right there.
Steak pod.
There, that's
Yeah.
a 6. We go to a 6, and you like it
Thank you.
medium rare,
Thank you.
or you want rare?
Rare.
Rare. You hit start. Give me the steak, please, and we
Uh-huh.
start cooking.
The pan immediately sears the outside of the meat and seals
That's a
in
small
the flavor,
porterhouse.
creating that wonderful
Give me a-
caramelized
no.
surface. This is
Government porterhousing.
the secret to creating
Yeah, but
the
the
perfect
steaks-
By
the steak
measuring
fillet
thickness
on
and
the
then
side of
putting
that thing is
information
like
into the pot.
minuscule.
I meant more like
Sorry.
the B-roll. I'm not as
okay.
big of a steak guy. Okay, wait a minute. Mark, you're a huge steak guy.
Couple
right?
of meat eaters over here.
Yeah.
Beef boys.
Having a beef boy, man.
Yeah, just look at me.
Yeah.
That's why he was medium rare Mark Pedrati. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you understand what the product is? It's a pan
Are you saying pan?
and a
Mhm.
timer
Go.
and a ruler.
Yeah.
It's as straight as a ruler.
That's not weird though, is it?
It's the most resourceful product I've ever seen, because these are things that everyone has in their house that they just put in a box together and ship to you.
Wow, that's a lot easier to use than all the appliance contraptions we got for wedding gifts.
That's right.
Because it's just a grill pan.
I might be able to help with the pan-pam dilemma.
Yeah, but the pan's fancy.
It has an arbitrary temperature gauge on it.
Yeah.
Is there technology in the pan that speaks to this green disc?
State-of-the-art kitchen science.
Well, we're just going to have to find out. Aww.
Pod,
Okay.
you are guaranteed a perfect result. See how the steak pod is counting down?
I think it's
When
just
it
It
hits
counts
the
down.
first beep, that's going to tell us when to flip it. No more
One beep,
guesswork.
flip.
It beeps again. That's going to tell
okay.
us when to take it out.
Take her out.
And it beeps for the 3rd time. That's going to tell us when to eat
Easy.
it. Honey, try a little bit. Tell me what you think.
I didn't hear any
Honey?
beeps.
Do you like steak? I got some great cuts. I got porterhouse. I got ribeye. I got some fillets for later on. All right?
This is pretty.
Like, you're
but
gonna
I'm telling
eat
you, Bo, you
fillets
think you can do
after
this for 6
you eat all
people.
those?
I can do it. It's not just pretty. It's beautiful. Look at that. Just the
Listen.
way you want it. Seared on the outside, juicy on the inside. Is that perfect or what?
Say it's the steak.
You know what? It's perfect.
They have programmed what steak chefs know. They programmed it right into.
So also, to hashtag steak chefs, hashtag not all steak chefs.
steak chefs.
He's wearing a perfect steak apron.
I wore
can.
my pink clothes.
So to go with the organic conversation theory of where we started this, like your significant other comes in and you're wearing a product placed apron
you can't wear nice clothes like this.
that matches the piece of whatever you're cooking in. She's like,
Mhm.
are you okay?
Not kidding.
For me, she'd be like, oh, it happened. I'd be, yep.
Incredible, baby. Incredible.
But for you guys,
guys?
how would this conversation go? Where'd you get a perfect steak apron? Did they send those with that pan? You're like,
Pan.
this is special.
Yep.
This is for me.
He's just trying to sell his wife these things.
She's like, well, if you're making dinner, fine. But no, seriously, like we had to put down a card for the reservation, so we're going to get charged. He's like,
If you have a credit card, then use it.
Steaks.
And I got dressed up.
Years of experience.
Are they together?
That combined with the pan. I mean, the
Oh,
pan.
yeah,
is
husband and wife.
has
Yeah.
heat distribution
It's established
disc. It
early,
distributes
yeah.
the heat perfectly. It's
Oh, you
got
mean
the
like a
heat
pan?
temperature gauge that tells you you're cooking at the
Oh, you mean
perfect
like a
temperature.
thermometer?
It's taking all the guesswork out.
Incredible.
It's like having a professional chef in the palm of your very own hand.
Wow.
Hey,
Is that
there goes
legal?
the first beep. The first beep tells us what? You remember? Tells us it's time to flip the steak and
Flip
look at those grill marks. You see what I'm talking about now?
It's pretty.
I don't know. Looks good to me,
That's a good looking
guys.
steak. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is people have been lied to.
I think that they should have gone thicker grades spaced slightly.
Down here, it's purposely made 3 times thicker than it is up there at the top.
Not to take away from the beauty of the steak. I don't like the thin marks so close together.
Well, you just did.
Well, they also like kind of bullshitted over and over those grill marks. So now they're like half the size. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
And you know what?
Sorry,
It can
everybody.
stick.
Yeah, well, there's a special non-stick surface, okay?
Oh,
You
like a
didn't add any
non-stick
extra
pan?
Oil, so that means no extra fat and no extra calories, which I
Oh,
love.
for a woman.
But
Is there added
you
fat?
really do this for 6 different people.
I'm going to not only cook 6
No
different
oil?
steaks, but for 6 different people, but
Yeah.
all done 6 different ways, grilled to perfection.
Did you see how he prepared the steak before he put it in the pan?
No.
No.
Yeah, he just put just a piece of meat in there. No salt.
The perfect steak system.
Steak.
You'll see.
This will be my 26th year in the business. Both my brothers are executive chefs of their restaurants.
Paul
so
and-
it's a family business. The number one item that people
Oh, yeah.
order in restaurants, hands down,
Is
is
steak.
steaks. It's just a lot easier for them to come to a restaurant and let us do it for them. They don't have an understanding of a meat. They don't know about time, temperature, thickness, how that all plays.
So
Huh.
the reason steak is usually better at a steakhouse than at home is because they get fresher cuts of meat that's cut on site. So that's why it tastes better, because it's not cut in a grocery store and sits and you bring it home and cook it. That's the biggest difference. So it's not.
And they don't
because-
have a perfect steak. They actually have a grill.
Yeah.
Do it on.
Yeah, you have a grill and
Yeah.
like you have seasoned woods that you get delivered from out of state to make sure this tastes. And yeah, no, it's because they don't have this pan.
All plays into cooking a steak. The first day that the perfect steak came to my back door and I looked at it,
Why'd I get to
I
your
was a
back
little
door, Paul?
skeptical.
Yeah, why
And we
not your
learned that
front
it was
door?
a very simple system. It was perfect.
I don't know, man. I
Cooked
like this
everything
guy.
that we did
Oh, nothing against Paul.
to absolute perfection.
Hey, there they are.
So
He's
Ooh.
out. In and out. Quick.
if you went to a restaurant and you saw the grills and you saw other people's food on the grill, and then you saw Paul cooking your steak in that pan, how pissed would you be when it got to your table? You use the fire? Why'd you put the pan on top of the fire? Put the steak on the fire. Don't put the pan on the fire and the steak on it. I want the fire on the steak. He's like,
Well,
your steak's perfect.
Well, maybe it's maybe it's marketed as such or advertised as such.
For home.
Like you can get like a flame broiled, you know.
You can get,
you
or
can get
and also our special tonight we have a sandwich comes with a nice yogurt and dill sauce, also a side of mashed sweet potatoes. We also have the filet mignon, which comes wrapped in bacon, which you can also get with the house garlic mashed, or your choice of asparagus or mixed vegetables. And we also have our perfect porterhouse, which is made with a pan with a steak pod with 3 beeps, which will tell you when to flip it, when to take it out, and then for when you can eat it, which comes with nothing because it's just a piece of meat in a pan, and that's $24.85.
Hey,
Is
wait a
that
minute.
in the is that in the utility closet on a hot plate that they do that on?
Oh yes, that's not being cooked by a chef. That's our janitor because it's so simple that a man without any education can do it all by himself. Well, with some oversight.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if you gave that on the specials list, it might work.
Yeah, I mean, it says perfect. That's it.
Dude, perfect.
I love you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, aren't we going to meet Dan and Linda at the restaurant? Oh, there has been a change of plans.
Is that David Wayne?
That's right. Sit down, guys. Sit down. We're cooking steak.
Well, do I need to help you take this up to the barbecue?
We're not going to the barbecue. You see we're doing it right here. We're cooking steak inside tonight with my perfect steak cooking system.
We're cooking steak in our giant, beautiful kitchen, obviously.
No, we decided not to go out. I'm glad that you got that message because we didn't call
Well, I
you.
was thinking too. Do you ever like congregate at a house beforehand before going out? Like since you graduated from college, like since you don't pregame?
No, unless it's New Year's Eve
Hey,
or
yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless there's past apps. You know, I don't know. It's crazy that he's telling them that like we're all gonna have steak and I'm gonna cook them differently just in this one little pan.
That's all I do.
It's just the visuals are just kind of funny, even if it works. You know.
So you should have 6
He's
pans.
just like, oh, yeah.
There's 6 of us. You can cook one steak at a time. Are we all eating? Are we all eating separately?
Are we early or something?
Yep. We have steak eating pods. So here's your snack pod. You sit over here. Here's your knife. It's your cut pod. Here's your plate pod. It's like, stop saying pod after everything, man. It's a steak. This is weird. Come on, Bo.
Ron would have all of them going.
Bo has found, and you know
turn
what?
those off.
I think he is going to pull this off. Okay, well that is great, but I don't eat meat.
I've known you for a long time, Joyce. I know you don't, but how about that salmon steak?
That's sweet.
Let's do it right now.
Fish isn't meat.
That's sweet.
Fish ain't meat.
Wait, what did you say?
Fish ain't meat.
That's meat.
When did fish get declassified from meat?
Salmon or any kind of meat.
I think it's not meat.
It's
right?
meat.
Yeah.
It's certainly an animal protein.
You party animals.
How else would you classify it?
I don't know.
She had to have
Sorry, I
said,
shouldn't
I'm
have said
vegetarian. There.
Now then, would you
For
hold up
vegetarian.
here? Perfect steak cooking systems, guys. We're going to take all the guesswork out. All right.
No more
So
guesswork.
the only 3 things are important when you're cooking a steak, whether it's a salmon steak or beef
Oh,
steak.
here it comes.
Time, temperature, and thickness. So let's start with the thickness of the
triple
salmon.
T.
Joyce, you are a 5. All right. So this is the steak
Joyce, you're a
pod, guys.
5.
All right.
He called her a 5.
Fish here
His
on the
wife's
steak pod.
6.
Your fish was a 5.
She slaps
and
him
we're going to hit
once.
start, and you, my dear, can go ahead and put that in the pan. Hey, there goes the beef for the porterhouse.
No
That's
seasoning.
telling us
All
it's
right,
time
that-
to take the porterhouse off. Look
Love the grill
how
marks.
beautiful
It looks
that
like a
is, guys.
photograph.
Yeah, that's a lot of grill marks.
Isn't that
You're right,
gorgeous?
Dan.
Beautiful.
Perfect steak every time with a perfect steak system.
Can
I would
these 3
devour
kings
that
of
thing.
barbecue tell that the steaks they are about to eat were actually cooked by their wives using the perfect steak system?
Oh my
We're here
God.
at Jimmy Kelly's to show our husbands we can cook the perfect steak now. They don't know that we're actually cooking their steaks.
Our husbands pride themselves in being the barbecue kings of the neighborhood, but we're here tonight to pull a prank on them and show them how the perfect steak is really cooked.
So can they do it? Stay tuned to find out.
Oh, just look at how moist this is. It is.
Guys.
Those guys are like getting ready to go into a strip club, and their wives are
Yeah.
gonna surprise them with
Eat
steak.
up, guys. Tell me how good that is.
They're like, oh shit. Oh, I didn't know you were here.
We go here so our credit cards say that we ate dinner here. Then after we have 3 beers, we leave. We go to the strip club. There you go.
Pound it.
And then we come back here before we go home and have another beer.
Smells so good in here. I guess the word got out.
Yeah, one more beer and we eat a steak in the parking lot like savages. But yeah, like
Surprise! Your wives are here.
awesome.
So tasty. Oh, good.
Glad you're happy. Hey, take a look at this
Do you like how
porterhouse.
that fish was seasoned? Yeah, it wasn't.
Mhm.
It tastes like a pan.
Salt water.
All right, now this is the beef tenderloin
Tastes like a
side,
perfect
also known
pan.
as filet mignon.
Oh,
All right, see how crispy and seared
There
on
you
the
go,
outside.
Mark.
Look at
That's
the
for
grill
you.
marks. Tender and juicy on the inside.
marks.
That's what it's all about, guys.
It looks good.
I think
That's
it's time.
decent
for
porter.
Birthday boy, his steak. I want to do it.
Your
so I'm
pod,
over
man.
here.
Get over there.
Okay, what steak does the birthday boy get? What cut? Do you think they go big with a porterhouse? Ribeyes are always expensive. I don't really like the fatty cut. They go oversized fillet, strip. What do you think?
Fillet mignon.
Nice fillet.
I'd say I love strip steaks. I'd say strip.
Yeah,
Here.
otherwise you'd go porterhouse, but he just did a porterhouse.
He just did it. And he just talked about the fillet too. So
Fillet mignon.
right.
Fillet.
Straight
I
up,
guess
straight up,
I'll go
nice.
with a ribeye just to be different. But I feel like it has to be one of the 2 you guys said.
Perfect steak for you. Listen, I love a bone-in ribeye, all right?
Yes.
Yeah? How, sound good to you? Let me
sounds
measure it for you.
perfect.
You ready? Okay, this
Sure.
is a 7 all the way. So
All right,
That's
beef
what he's
and a
getting.
7. Mhm.
All right.
7.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you like it?
How you like it?
Medium rare, please.
That's a big ass ribeye.
Ready?
Tell me when.
I'd
Now.
make
There you
him
go.
Let me tell you.
calculate it.
With that bone in there, our indoor grill.
Make him cook
the
it.
That's a
top
beauty.
would never close.
Ooh,
Well,
shots
bone,
fired at the
you want
Foreman
bone in
grill.
there. That's
See
where
that?
all the flavor is, guys.
Yes, it is.
Smell that?
Guys?
Doesn't that smell great?
It does smell
Hey,
good.
listen, folks. There's nothing mysterious or difficult about cooking the perfect steak. Not when you have the perfect steak cooking system. Listen, I think it's time
Here comes
to
a
find
commercial.
out for yourself.
Right here.
You're gonna love this steak.
Whoa,
Cooking
whoa,
the
whoa,
perfect
whoa.
steak at home.
Did he just Zach?
Dude, his bumpers are
This is a
fantastic.
very well produced show. Did he just Zach Morris
Time
that?
out.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
horrible.
Like he
It's
just
like the
broke
end of
down the fourth
Goodfellas.
wall.
Yeah.
Like he just
Yeah.
kicked it down, just turned, bam, right down the barrel. Listen, you guys.
Remember Barry Ozer?
This is subtly pretty good.
Yeah, I love.
Like it's kind of happening. It's coming right at you. It's happening clean.
Yeah, a lot of clean cuts.
at home is a real
Here we go
mystery.
with some.
We
Here we
dry
go
them
with the
out
calm
by
out
boiling
section.
Black and white
They're also-
dramatization.
unhealthy fat
Exactly,
and
all the
incinerate
things
them
that
on
we
barbecues.
asked
You can
Ron to do
never
that he
repeat
refused
the
to.
Steakhouse experience. Never, that is, until now.
I do
Introducing
think
the perfect
a lot of
steak
these
system.
steaks are
Finally,
undercooked.
there's a complete system that takes all the guesswork out of cooking the perfect steak, giving you control over
It
the
looks
3
like a
T's of
dustpan.
perfect grilling.
I was just thinking
Temperature,
that,
time, and
Dave.
thickness.
Once the gauge stops
Uses a
working,
specially
also
designed
converts to
non-stick
dustpan
grill
mode.
pan with an innovative even heat
It looks a
distribution
lot like a
process
dustpan.
that includes a
Laser
built-in
slice?
temperature gauge right in the handle of the pan. Add a state-of-the-art
Yeah, but is
palm-sized
it connected
digital
to the
steak
green
pod that
thing?
precisely
Did you say
calculates the
sexually calculate?
I hope so. Mark, what do you think? Do you think it is?
What year is this?
Look at it and tell me what year it was, because that's a Timex watch.
I want to watch you taste it.
If that helps influence your decision. All right, well, let's go.
That's a 2011. No, and it's not.
Steak system. Here's how it works. Simply measure the thickness of your steak with our handy measuring stick. Add that
Or a
information
ruler.
in pod. Key in exactly how you want your steak cooked. Perfectly well done, exactly medium, or as rare as you like it. The steak pod calculates the perfect cooking
Well-
time. Just place in the pan.
I don't think you can say as rare as you like it.
No, because then
Because
you don't
doesn't
need
that-
something to tell you.
Isn't that incalculable?
64.
If it's just your personal preference, like, oh, I'm not gonna cook it then. Seen raw fucking meat. Fuck you.
To feed the hungriest gorillas in your house.
Bill the Butcher style.
This is a
Hit
kill.
Start. Your steak pod tells you when to flip it, when to take it out, and when it's perfect
Nice
to
tongue.
serve.
Flip
No
it.
more mystery, no more guesswork, just perfect steak every time.
That
The
tongue,
perfect
tongue,
steak
tongue, tongue.
cast aluminum grill pan has a
Does it
highly
tell you when to
conductive
pass
heat
kidney
distribution
stones?
disc, letting you evenly heat your pan to the ideal 500-degree grilling
Just tell you when
temperature
to pass
with
the
no
muffins.
hotspots. And the unique built-in temperature gauge ensures that the ideal cooking temperature is maintained consistently from start to finish. So your steak is perfectly seared on the
It's a
bunch of
outside
bullshit.
and juicy on the inside each and every time. And just look at those perfect grill marks. The non-stick cooking surface lets you cook with no added fat. That means
Or salt
fewer
or pepper or
calories,
seasoning.
great
You don't have to
taste,
use any
and
of that
a whole
now.
lot less cleanup time.
Hey, girl.
But Perfect Steak does more than just beef. Perfect Steak makes perfect tuna and salmon steaks, lamb and
Yeah.
pork chops, and the
Like a pan.
juiciest chicken breasts ever.
Just like a
And it's
pan.
great for family
You could
Is
make
this
wrinkled
cast
eggs in
iron?
it
hot
too.
dogs, sausages, and
Wait,
grilled
they haven't said
sandwiches.
cast iron.
The steak pot even has a dual mode control. So with the press of a button, you can cook 2 different meals at the same time. That means while Dad's steak is
Oh,
cooking
no.
to
You mean like a
perfect
lap
It is connected.
like a lap
Mom
reset
can
on a
keep cooking
stopwatch?
to a perfect well done. The digital steak pod's dual mode does all the thinking for you. Plus, there's more. As a part of this special TV offer, you'll also get the amazing Perfect Steak Cookbook, filled with sauces, butters, and sides, guaranteed to turn every meal into a true dining
See those
experience.
sides?
But
Cookbook.
we're still
Love the
not done.
cookbook.
We'll
Yeah.
also include a set of silicone-coated
Ooh,
tongs, so you can
a
lift
corn
and flip
succotash.
steaks with ease. Just one
I
dinner
want
at a
those
fancy
tongs.
steakhouse could cost
Whoa.
well over $300, but the entire Perfect
Whoa.
Steak
Whoa, they're going to war with
Stock footy.
they're going to war with dinner at the steakhouse.
The latest weapon in the war on wrinkles.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
So it's $300. I mean,
64.
for 6 people, that's nothing, you know. But
No.
so if you told me that if the 3 of us could take our significant others out to dinner and it was only going to be $300 all in, I'd be like, oh, we went to 99
95.
and none of us drank.
Mm.
That was
Yeah.
not. We didn't have a good time. It was weird.
Yeah, we brought our own water.
The specially designed gourmet grill pan, the digital chef steak pod, the
Dan
measuring
kept going
stick,
out to
and
the parking lot to
silicone
drink by
tongs.
himself. It
Everything
was not a
you
fun
see
night for
here can
anyone
be yours
else.
for just 3 easy payments of $39.95. But hold on, when you call
I
in-
like the measuring stick,
This is called the quick painter.
but it should be like neatly attached into the pan in some stupid way.
I think they should give you
Yeah.
like 18 of them.
18.
Like it looks
Yeah.
clumsy as shit too.
Wouldn't look good though.
Wow, I'm not as hot as I used to be.
Oh yeah, it looked like.
Are they going to drop a whole payment here, guys?
Hold it, Nancy.
So are they going to drop a payment or give you a second pan? What do you think? Payment?
We're gonna give you eight DVDs.
3 times 39.
64.
So is $120 feels like a lot
Price is right.
for a pan. But remember, it's not a pan, it's the perfect steak cooking system.
I bet they add more stuff.
You're thinking addition by addition. I'm thinking addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
Mark, what do you are you going combo plate? What do you think, Mark?
I got another cooking device, a smaller one, or a different one. So same thing you see here, just one more pan that does.
like
burgers
the Burger Boy goes with it.
Yeah.
You can also get our Burger Boy.
This is called the quick painter.
Or they slash.
Or they slash. I'm going that. Dave, what are you going?
I'll go with slashing.
We've got a slashing call.
So you're taking the price off, addition by subtraction?
Yes.
All right. All right, let's see. That feels right.
In the next 18 minutes, we'll make that last payment for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ah.
The entire Perfect Steak system can
Classic
be yours for
move.
just 2 payments of $39.95.
Did they post this 17 minutes
But
ago?
hold on, we're not finished yet.
You
One
can't
of the first
make
$500
that
and we'll include this
$120.
solid wood cutting board and set of 4
You could. It couldn't be
steak
100.
knives.
Cutting board.
Oh,
Okay.
we should have get. Someone
That's
should have
right.
had steak knives. That's a bad job
You
by
just pay
us.
processing
Steak
and
knives are
handling.
always
That
free.
means you get the perfect steak grill pan, the digital steak pot, the measuring stick, perfect steak
measuring
recipe
stick.
collection, the silicone tongs, and as
Good
a
name.
special bonus, the wooden cutting board and steak knife set, all for just 2 payments of $39.95.
So-
now that's
My
an
goodness, how they trying to make that steak pod work?
Can you see that working?
That's been mentioned every 30 seconds.
They're
I
like,
think.
it's the only thing that makes it not just a pan. So we've got to make sure they know that it's a thing.
Is that the
That's-
Nano?
Yeah, right.
This is the perfect steak nano. This is I'm compelled.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I feel like price and value.
Believe me, it's well worth it.
The cutting board, I want it a little bit bigger,
If you want to see what 13 inches looks like,
but they're throwing it in. You know, I like those silicone coated tongs.
That's the whole system.
I'm getting itchy. I don't know.
incredible offer and one that just cannot last. Pick up the phone and call
Those
right
are meat
now.
sweats.
Have your credit card ready and send check or money order to the address on your screen. Remember, if you don't absolutely love the perfect steak system, send it back and we'll refund your purchase price.
I liked it a lot,
This special
but I
TV
feel
offer
obligated
is
to
not
send it
available
back.
in stores and will not last. Don't miss out. Call now.
It won't last. It's not available anyway.
Oh, nice.
More people.
Berman!
I'm sorry, we're
It's Dano.
We're in
Because we're staying in.
bullet territory, guys.
Yeah, guys.
You finally got there.
Cooking
Yes.
steak.
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Hey, Dan, we're going to make you the tenderest,
Dano.
most juicy steak you ever had. This side of the fancy steakhouse, we're doing it here with a perfect steak cooking system. You're going to love it.
Hey, Dan, remember where that titty bar in Dallas? Come on now.
No, I don't, Bo.
Whoa, cowboy. Do you really think you need a steak the size of a football?
Linda.
Oh!
All right, so you're cooking it, right?
There's your strip.
Yes, I am.
All right.
It's all about time.
Take it easy,
temperature,
bat
and
wings.
thickness. The 3 T's. See, I learned fast.
See
There
the
you go.
dummy in the
You ready?
background?
One of the T's is a 4.
4, and you wanted it medium well?
Medium.
You ready?
I am ready to synchronize with you.
Whoa.
You ready?
Okay.
And there you go.
Shouldn't
I'm
you
ready to
spray some
synchronize
nonstick
with
on
you.
it? No, this is a great nonstick surface. You don't have to add extra oil, extra fat, anything. And that
right.
means fewer calories. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Right, Dan?
Great. Yeah,
It's got to be
less
space
fat.
technology in this pan, right?
Not in this case. It's going to taste so great. Listen, you know what happens when you cook on the grill? You know why
Yeah.
you burn the steak? Because that fat drips down into the heat,
Seen that a
it
few times.
flames up, and you burn the steak.
yeah.
Well, the perfect steak
have to
cooking
clean your
system
grill.
is not going to do that. It's
Flame-
going to cook
flame-
evenly.
flame broil.
It's going to be seared on the outside, delicious and juicy on the inside. You're not going to burn your steak. Hey, and the extra fat, as you see, just drips down through the creases into the reservoir here.
You're not gonna,
That's
but
right,
you
Ed.
definitely
Time to
could.
turn your
You really
birthday
do.
steak. Look at that.
With any pan.
Isn't that beautiful? With the perfect
Yeah.
steak system, you get the perfect steak
Is there heat?
every single
Oh, okay,
time.
yeah.
There you go, bud.
We put perfect steak to
As
the
long as you
test
follow
at a
the
busy
pre-program.
downtown farmer's market. Did it live up to its name? Let's find out.
That nice?
I really want to
They're
eat
all
it.
over.
They are moving.
It's
Good
actually
pace.
excellent,
Yeah.
but this is just the way I like it. Result is, I would say, perfect steak.
What the fuck? Oh, we got a tuna boy.
Oh, yeah, tuna boy.
Look at that mobster, yeah.
Just the way
Come on, man.
It's Joe Biden.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I've been cooking steaks in my backyard, man. In '74.
In my
Joe's
basement.
husband. I'm Joe's husband. I'm the grill master. Come on, man.
This guy's a football booster somewhere.
When I was in the joint, we cooked on shit like this all the time.
The best steak I've ever
Cool,
eaten.
man.
It's the first time I used it, and it's extremely simple.
Oh.
It was done in
Oh.
no time. It was done very quickly. Wow. I am the king of the steak.
Shit.
King of the steak. It looks really great. It looks perfect. Just medium, like right the way I like it. But the proof is in the
Mr.
pudding.
Steal Your
It's
Girl right
quick,
there.
It's easy and no margin for error. This is for sure the greatest steak I've ever had. I've ever cooked.
This system is by far the easiest I've ever worked with. I'd hate to
Good.
admit even easier
Who
than
are
barbecue.
these guys?
I'm
Weird.
home.
He's having a good time.
Yeah.
Can I have some more?
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Fan
Dan.
favorite.
They're gonna play 2-player on some video game though too.
He was like Ted and Jingle All the Way.
Oh, these cookies! I gotta get the recipe from Les. Put that cookie down now!
I made you these cookies.
You ever play Halo 2?
All right, Dano, I want you to try this steak and tell me, seriously, if it's not the most delicious, juicy, tender steak you've ever had.
That's a Berman right there.
This is juicy. And so tasty, too, all by itself. You
It's
didn't even
calories.
put
Don't
salt
touch
No,
it.
Dan, not seasoning.
I like
Corn
that.
salsa.
Why are they
Try
anti-salt
this
and
corn
pepper?
salsa. I want you to try that. It's
That's-
from the perfect.
Messy? Who knows?
Yeah, what if that was it? It's non-stick unless you put salt and pepper on it.
Maybe because it's the perfect steak. All you need to do is put a steak on it.
Cookbook.
Recipes too. That's
Yes. Sauces, butters.
How much
side
fish does this
dishes,
lady need?
And fish recipes.
Speaking of fish, look at these tuna steaks I have for you, darling. Huh?
This one.
Beautiful, right?
I got it.
You doing it?
All right.
Gorgeous.
Tuna.
Uh-huh.
Would you tell me a 4?
That's a 4.
Can I have that rare, Susan?
Rare.
Rare it is.
Gotcha.
You ready?
I wish you just went. It's a fucking pan.
Is that going to be a
Oh, it's
problem?
fine. Perfect steak system. Works with electric, gas. You're totally covered.
Look at that.
Here comes your bone-in.
Brother
with my
man.
brother man.
This guy's nuts.
Gorgeous one, huh?
That's awesome. Let's carve that baby. It's my birthday. Yes, it is.
Look at that guy.
Here's a tip for you. Everyone needs to let us take rest for maximum juices. A rest period.
Birthday
Take a
boy's
little
the
rest
week.
here. Remember,
sense.
beep
Candle
number
lit.
1 is to flip it. Beep 2 is to start resting it. And beep 3.
Why does he have to
Whoa.
explain it to
when you're
him?
ready
He's
to
just
eat it.
trying
How
to
about
eat
a
this
little butter
shit.
while you're waiting there, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's time to
Man,
flip your
no,
eye.
the
That's
food
all
B-roll,
around. Look at these
the
grill
food
marks. I want you
inserts
to
are
look at
great.
that.
This
that
is the
beautiful?
opposite
Seared
of
on
the Bold
outside,
Express.
juicy on
And
the inside.
Ron's
That's the way
last
you
Oh
want
one.
it.
yeah,
the
fryer.
turkey fryer.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this looks live, it's probably not. But like the inserts are looking good.
I look okay.
Like this pretty fluid.
Can you do canned bread on this thing?
I've never had bread this moist
Sure.
before.
2 whole coffee can loaves of plain or fruit and nut bread.
Fuck you, Michael A. Johnson.
The way you like it, right? Why is that?
Oh, yeah, there's more.
Because of the heat distribution.
Cook
disc
more stuff.
that comes with the perfect
cool, they
steak
went
pan,
platinum.
see? It gives you
Holy
natural
shit,
heat,
that graphic's
even
crazy.
heat all through the pan. Now you combine that with a heat
Like,
sensor.
yeah, our
and
band,
that's
yeah,
why
we
you're
went platinum,
getting
and then we
that
went
seared
perfect steak platinum, and like everything's just been insane since then. It's wild. We play every
Hey,
steakhouse
guys,
in the Northeast.
wouldn't you do green instead of the red there?
You're getting that juicy on
In the red zone?
inside.
What do you mean?
Like
Yeah, right?
on the thermometer thing? Like red seems a little dangerous.
Momentum is what makes freeways dangerous sometimes.
It's like I do green and then I do red on the sides. And
By the
not
way,
green.
this is definitely a meeting that happened before this went out.
Appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
Like, well, wait.
Yeah.
Why is red
Look at this.
where you're going? Isn't green mean gold? Yeah, but no, it's the red zone, man. This football is beef country. This is gonna be at every tailgate at the SEC, brother. When I was at LSU, and I tell you what, we came up short a couple times against Bama, but the last time we got there, 4th and 2 at the 3. We knew we could punch him, we could still get the first down. We had one time out left. Brian said, no, send him out. It's all right, man. Thanks, Bo.
Let me tell you about Les Miles. This is the way the Les Miles do
I tell you what,
things,
it's
okay?
the old ball coach. I say Spurs guy, he's just gonna touch down in the red zone. He gets down there, hey, he's just touched the Gamecocks by 4, and it's not going to overtime. It's gonna be a game finished. They're on the field. It's gonna be nothing the pollsters can do about it. All right. Thanks, Coach Lou.
John David Booty.
Side. Now, when you combine the steak pod with that, all right, the steak pod with this whole thing, it allows you to cook any thickness of meat, any kind of
Hashtag
meat,
steak.
perfectly every single time.
Did it say hell?
That is the perfect steak system.
There you go. Oh, there you are again.
Time to give you your seared ahi.
Good
Now,
logo.
I want you to look at how beautiful this is, Joyce. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's a huge
Isn't that
tuna.
lovely? You want to
Big
see what it
old-
looks like on the
big
inside, don't you? All right, well, let's cut you a little some and show you how beautiful that seared ahi is. Take
I bet
a
it's
look
good.
at
So
that.
moist, it is like velvet.
It is like velvet, isn't it? And you know you can ruin seared
I mean-
ahi in a heartbeat, but not with
Oh,
the
that's-
perfect
that-
steak
that's a
cooking
beaut
system.
right there.
With the perfect
sushi
steak,
quality?
you can make the steak perfect every single time. I'm talking
Hey, Bo.
meat, fish,
Oh, here it
chicken,
comes.
anything. You name it. The sky's the limit with perfect steak.
Bob Benson, Madman. That's who he looks like. Sorry.
Hey guys, can we have the banquet at
Here we
Jimmy
go.
Kelly's?
Here's the strip club, boys.
Steaks perfect enough to pass as those cooked at Nashville's.
Yeah, we're going to the titty bar. Don't tell our wives.
I don't like that they put a time limit on how long for this little prank. Why does that be 15 minutes?
It takes just 20 minutes.
What if they got a really thick one?
23 inches and change.
Does the pod only go up to 15 minutes?
Yeah. When do they start the clock?
I think it's just kind of like a wind-up toy on the ladies.
Or a woman.
It's a little covertly just
I don't-
kind of rude.
I don't cook.
You know?
My husband's not going to believe I bought this.
Famous Jimmy Kelly Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Can they do it?
this.
All right, Arthur, here is a medium rare T-bone. Goodness, that is
Medium, T-bone.
Arthur's excited.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
serve sides at this restaurant?
So the steaks cooked by the wives look perfect.
Things just got southern.
That was racist.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy Kelly's hasn't aged well. So, did you notice how many steaks were put on the platter?
4?
4. Number of gentlemen at the table? 4.
4? For the
children
pie?
at the table. 4. You notice how many wives there were cooking?
Oh, 3.
So
Swingers.
Vegas!
Nice.
some bachelor's getting fucking punked with some shit steak. He's like,
Any chance of getting a real breakfast?
I don't want one of those. Can I have my real steak?
Perfect.
I'm
But
single
are they
for a
good enough
reason.
to fool their steak
My wife and I
husbands?
divorced over
Stay tuned
cooking
to
steak.
find
Like
out.
this is
Oh, Bo, you
An
really overdid
interesting
yourself on the
question,
steak.
Dan.
Whoa! That was a double tease, right? They brought us back into this thing.
Yeah.
We didn't get a
Oh.
resolution. I thought we were coming back. Man,
Yeah, it's
Well, we haven't seen him eat a steak yet either.
the birthday boy. Yeah, 16 minutes in. 64. I think this is flying.
Wow, that was fast.
Birthday boy hasn't eaten.
Yeah, that all sounds great. Now let's get to the food.
We haven't gotten resolution inside of Jimmy Kelly's other than there's still some problematic ghosts in their closets that we have to deal with. But yeah, let's eat.
I mean, this ribeye alone in a steakhouse would be close to what, $50?
Yeah, it would, but you're worth it, my friend. But listen, the perfect steak doesn't just make
look at
expensive cuts of meat like that one. It even does hamburgers.
That is a great idea,
You ripped that apart
especially
with
if
that
you have children.
Absolutely. And you know, the same thing applies when making hamburgers.
Dave, question about feeding kids all sorts of red meat. Go.
No. This guy can
Bo's
sell
good.
you something and make you feel good
We're
about
gonna
it. Though.
we'll do some.
Yeah.
I don't eat meat though. I eat hamburgers.
You don't eat meat, right? And you're so tiny.
The perfect steak system: time, temperature, and thickness. Linda, you want to help out? Let's make some burgers. All right.
No
here's the
hand?
steak pod.
Yeah, all right. It's hamburger,
Sure.
so beef. Okay, how thick?
These are a 7.
Ham.
Done. You set?
Beautiful. Put
7?
'em in. There you go.
That was easy.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Perfect steak does so much more
There's a
than
timer.
just steak,
3.5.
fish, and hamburgers. It also does chicken, pork, even lamb. And it's great for all sorts of other foods like grilled cheese, sausages, hot dogs, toasted sandwiches, shrimp, scallops, grilled vegetables, and so much more.
What else can you put in a pan?
Got any berries?
Ooh.
Love this kind of chicken.
Eggs.
Every food ever.
You can have wavy eggs,
Any chance of getting a real breakfast?
anything. You know, whatever you wanted to heat up. Like you put this.
Hey man, good looking veggie plate
Yeah.
though. Look at that.
If
Yeah.
you want whatever you're grilling to be perfect every
I'll eat
single
'em.
time, my friend, you've just got to get yourself
Dave, you're from
a
now
perfect
on
steak.
going to be Dave. Perfect steak
is a
Sandrine.
staple in our life. It's either perfect once in a while or.
I don't really
Diane
want it
with
though.
2 N's,
Since I
DeGroot.
started using the perfect
Pharma
steak
sales.
system,
Hey, girl.
this little
DeGroot.
steak pod has made
Tuck it in.
such an
Whoa, she's wearing the
easy
traditional pitchman
cooking
outfit.
experience.
She's wearing the Fowler fit. Look at that.
Now look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Fowler,
I
Wow.
did that.
That's right.
Wow.
high belt.
Tucked into her
Yeah.
khakis.
I wore my pink clothes.
Diane. Hey, girl.
She could be a Fowler.
I hate this sauce.
Diane could have played in the post.
This is their demo.
Yeah, hey, maybe we'll
Yep.
keep an eye on Diane
I'm
DeGroot.
stressed out. I'm not
Have
cutting
no
into
fear.
The steak. It's
The answer
a perfect
is-
system. And I have to tell you, the first time we
Yes.
cooked the steak, my little guy Colin turned it over, put it on the plate, and goes, "Daddy, it's perfect."
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's called the perfect steak.
Cooking the perfect steak at home is a
You think she was condescending when she said it to him, though, in real time? Like in hindsight, it's like, that's why it's called the perfect. That's why it's called the perfect steak, Colin. Eat.
Sure.
Leave your sister alone. God damn it.
Look what you got.
mystery. We dry them out by broiling. We pan fry them in unhealthy fat and incinerate them on barbecues. You can never repeat the steakhouse experience. Never, that is,
Incinerate
until
them.
now. Introducing the perfect steak system. Finally, there's a complete system that takes all the guesswork out of cooking the perfect steak, giving you control over the 3 T's to perfect grilling: temperature, time, and thickness. The centerpiece is a specially designed non-stick
I love
grill
that guy.
pan with an innovative even heat distribution process that includes a built-in temperature gauge
The
right in the handle of the
centerpiece.
pan.
Oh, here it is,
And a
Mark. Here's your
state-of-the-art
red.
palm-sized digital steak pod that precisely calculates the amount of time you need to grill your particular steak, and you have the perfect steak system. Here's how
steak
it
pod.
works. Simply measure the thickness
How's
of
it
your
work?
steak with our handy measuring stick.
Oh.
Add that information to the pod. Key in exactly how you want.
What's the cookbook doing if it's got everything in there?
He's got sauces, butters, and sides.
Artichoke and butter pasta.
You haven't been paying attention.
Jeez, Mark. Do the reading.
The cookbooks are essential to these things. They're just there for no reason. The cookbooks are
Well,
always
in
there.
some instances, it tells you when your turkey is 3/4 cooked and you have to flip it over.
Which you'll find in the turkey frying chart.
So then you need it.
Now, with gloves on,
With gloves on.
so that ruler or measuring stick
15 inches.
isn't in a unit of measurement
16 total inches, though.
from anything they've said. It's just in grades of meat thickness,
19 inches.
which I think is kind of weird. But I guess that's what they tried to do to make it proprietary,
Oh,
right?
good pickup.
Because it was like, if it's 8 centimeters, like, no.
23 inches and change.
It's a 6. Like, what? Like, how'd you guys go with that measurement thing?
I'm cutting metal.
Don't worry about it. We know that we can do the calculations. That's what the steak pod does. It can convert it.
Turns your magic bullet into the bullet blender.
You guys are fucking with us. All right.
Your steak cooked, perfectly well
Doesn't
done,
make
exactly
sense of
medium,
anything.
or
No,
as
Tuxedo
rare
seem
as
kinda
you like
fucked
it.
up.
The steak pod calculates the perfect cooking time. Just
That's
place in the
rare.
pan and hit start. Your steak pod tells you when to flip it, when to take it out, and when it's perfect to serve. No
Sure.
more mystery,
Thing's got a
no
lot
more
of buttons
guesswork,
on it.
Just perfect steak
It's got
every
one
time.
button.
The
Yeah.
perfect steak cast aluminum grill pan has a highly conductive
It's like a
heat
nano. You
distribution disk,
tap it
letting
enough
you
that it'll
evenly
keep
heat your
rotating
pan
what the
to
next thing
ideal
is.
500-degree grilling temperature with no hot spots. And the unique built-in
That's
temperature
nice.
gauge ensures that the ideal cooking temperature is maintained consistently from start to finish. So
Those
your
are
steak
weird.
is perfectly seared on
Those
the
steaks look too
outside
lean.
and juicy on the inside each and every time. And just look at those perfect grill marks. The
Whoa,
non-stick
whoa, whoa!
cooking
Wait, did you guys catch that? That was a weird one.
Mm-mm.
What do you think I'm concerned about?
Ooh, I don't know.
No, I'm lost. I was just in
Non-stick cooking
Different
surface
knife?
lets you cook with
Wait,
no added fat.
listen,
That means
watch your
fewer
screen.
calories, great taste, and a whole lot less cleanup time. But Perfect Steak does more than just
Each and every what? Time on the cutting board. Come on, guys. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Not too bad.
That's some fresh
Yeah.
time on the cutting board, time after time.
Or is that
each and
rosemary?
every time. And just look at those perfect grill marks. The non-stick cooking surface lets
Rosemary.
you cook with
No,
no added fat.
come on.
That
Trademark.
means fewer calories, great taste, and a whole lot less cleanup time. But Perfect Steak
Yeah.
does more than just
Fuck
beef.
cleaning it. Don't
Perfect
even clean
Steak
it.
makes perfect tuna and salmon
You have
steaks,
more pans.
lamb and pork chops, and the juiciest
Say
chicken
salmon?
breasts ever. And it's great for family favorites like hamburgers, hot dogs, sausages, and
What
grilled
about
sandwiches.
Sloppy
The
Joes?
steak pot even has a dual mode control.
Come
so
on,
with
man.
the press of a button, you can cook 2 different meals at the same time.
Why
That
didn't you go
means
with
while
Sloppy
Dad's
Joe?
steak
You
is
talk
cooking
about
to
it?
a perfect medium rare, moms can keep cooking to a
Big
perfect
miss,
well
big miss.
done. The digital steak pod's dual mode does all the thinking.
Oh,
for
wait a
you.
minute. Wait a minute. The the dual modes is just 2 different timers, right?
Mhm.
Too simple as that.
Wow. Okay.
One burner
That's
still.
great.
It's a stopwatch with a lap reset.
Go!
That's what it is.
Do
I'll
it.
start my
Prove it to
stopwatch
us.
and we'll go.
Press it once, it's steak 1.
Right,
Press
yeah,
again,
okay.
steak 2.
We don't have that kind of time now.
You know how much of a pain in the ass it is to make it go into dual mode?
Or to get it
probably?
out of dual mode.
The mix mode is over here.
I'm trying to. I turned yours off.
My steak is burning, guys.
You have to press every button at the same time.
Well, that's the other thing too. They have to,
Yeah.
like
right.
earlier, they were really making sure they synchronize. Okay, I'm ready to drop it in. Are you going to press start? Ready? Go.
I'll
it.
start my
Prove it to
stopwatch
us.
and we'll go.
What if you? I mean, is every second that precious when it comes to? I guess that's part of it. They're trying to drill. Like this thing is that precise. You said medium rare
And talk about precision.
for a number 7, right? Yeah. Put it in right. Not now. Now. Oh, okay. All right. Jeez.
Plus,
This is tough.
there's more. As
Yeah.
a part of this
Social
special
studies,
TV
long
offer,
division?
you'll also get
It's
the
gonna be
amazing
tough.
Perfect Steak cookbook filled with sauces, butters, and sides, guaranteed to turn every
There you
meal
go.
into a true dining experience. But we're still not done. We'll also include a set of silicone-coated
dining
tongs so you can lift and flip your steaks with ease. Just one dinner at a fancy steakhouse could
Thank
cost
you.
well
There you
over
go, Dan.
$300. But the entire Perfect Steak system, including the specially designed
Have you guys
gourmet
ever just spent like an exorbitant amount of money on a dinner? Not to go too deep into things, but have you ever just like really let it fly at dinner one time
I've been a rich man.
and just got everything like once, like a few times?
If you can't get a yum yum face like that,
That's the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually on work trips.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I think I've had 3 64 that were like, whoa, that is unnecessary.
Appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
I had one at a sushi restaurant where the
gonna say the
waitress
same.
afterwards, it's one of those places where a small place in New York
Oh, forget about it.
where there's only like 8 seats and like you go in and like he's making everything for you like there, and that's the experience. And when we finished up, the waitress gasped and then walked over the thing with her eyes wide to the guy. She was like, I was like, you have to celebrate it, Jesus.
Proving the point, you don't have to celebrate, Frank.
That was the best one. She couldn't believe that
Yeah.
2 people did the top of the line feeding
You'll feed a small army.
and the 2 sake flights with it. She was like,
Let's do a round of sake bombs, my man. I'm joking. I'm 6.
I think we just set the high score.
And on game day,
It's kind of cool.
appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
We did a similar one where we did a sushi tasting menu, and it was just me and my boss.
My boss is stingy as
And then
well.
he told the client,
And remember, I'm not only the hair club president, but I'm also a client.
I think the next day,
We're not paying.
and they were like, we want to go.
Oh,
they're like, we want to go. And
Let
like,
me see that.
Okay, so then someone else is paying for this,
Oh,
and we did it twice, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody loved it.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
It was great.
I can't believe this. I'm telling you.
I mean, anytime you're doing a tasting
Yeah.
menu, you're
Yep.
you're indulging.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
And then throw top shelf on that.
Frozen drink.
If you're going
right.
tasting menu, don't go 1 foot in.
Keep your back straight.
Don't start looking at the price tag after you said yes to that. Like, go fucking 2 feet in.
Not too bad.
Whether they're pairing with it or they're offering a bottle or bottles to pair with it, just go. Do it all.
Just say
It's
yes.
already gone.
Yeah.
You already, you're pot committed at that point.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's always great. It's always nice when you realize you did something silly. Oh wow.
Oh gosh.
Like grappa. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
To make up for it. Yeah.
They're like, we didn't think you were going to do
right.
that. You're fairly unassuming.
And this is called aso what?
Asabuco.
This card's going to work, right?
System, including our specially designed gourmet grill pan, the digital chef
Sure.
stick pot,
Sure.
the measuring stick, and the silicone tongs. Everything you see here can be yours for just 3 easy payments of $39.95. But hold on, when you
P&H.
call in the next 12 minutes, we'll make that last payment for you. That's
Clock's
right.
been running.
The entire
That's
Perfect
nice.
Steak
It's a
system
digital
can be
clock,
yours
just like
for
on the
just 2
face of the
payments
steak pod.
$39.95.
Smart.
But hold on, we're not finished yet.
They should have been
Be one of the
tracking
first
this show
500
on a
callers,
steak
and
pod
we'll
at the
include this
beginning.
solid wood
Like,
cutting
all right,
board
this
and set
show's
of
about
4 stainless
14.
steel steak
And
knives.
we want to be
A
well done
$30
by the
value.
time we got out of here.
That's right.
And they should have had
You
one
just
beep,
pay
1/3
processing
through the
and
show,
handling. You
another
get
beep,
the perfect steak grill
2/3
pan,
through,
the
and then at the
digital
end, a
steak
final
pot,
beep.
the
It's like,
measuring
all
stick,
right,
perfect steak
time's
recipe
up.
collection, the
Time
silicone
to
tongs,
eat.
Yeah.
and as our special
Nobody
bonus,
does real
the
time
wood
in this
cutting
shit,
board
and they
and
should.
steak knife set, all for just 2 payments of $39.95.
Wasn't there one where we were afraid it
Now
was real
that's
time?
an incredible offer.
Oh no,
and
that was
one
my
that just
theory about
cannot
Jingle All the
last.
Way.
Pick up the phone and
Because the
call
lighting's all
right
fucked
now.
up throughout the
Credit
day,
card ready
and it
and
takes
send
so
check or
long.
money
But
order to
apparently, he
the
does it
address
all
on your
before the
screen.
Wintertainment
Remember,
Parade.
if you don't absolutely love the perfect steak system, send it back and we'll
I mean, if you
refund
guys
your
wanted to
purchase
stop
price.
this, we can
This
just
special
watch and talk
TV offer
about
is not
Jingle All the Way.
available
We
in stores and
can
will
do that
not
too.
last. Don't miss out. Call now.
Sinbad is now canon.
Perfect
Okay.
hamburger. It's off. Look
He
at
looks
that.
okay.
How beautiful is that?
They did the
Kids are
buns
gonna
in there, too.
freak.
They are, and while they were cooking, look what else they did, guys.
Kids
The
Smells like a burger.
quintessential of all steak cuts. We're talking the filet, and I want you to look
The
at how
ingredients were
beautiful that is.
upside down,
Is that
though, on the
gorgeous or
burger.
what, huh?
I thought.
Beef Bo, I've got a question
Yes,
for
ma'am.
you. We've been grilling all this. What about chicken? Chicken is the easiest thing in the world to dry out.
Yes, it is.
Can we
yes.
make it?
We can make.
He just
we make
slaps
it
the
right
clay
now?
out of her
We'll
hand.
take the pot,
Fuck
guys.
you. It's called
Instead of
perfect
beef,
steak.
We're going to go
Boom.
to chicken,
Perfect
and we'll
steak.
do your favorite measure those.
I will.
And they
We'll
are.
take the Tamagotchi and we'll do this thing.
You ready? Let's
Yep.
synchronize
I'm gonna have
and
it
drop
come
them in. And you're right. They do dry out if you cook them incorrectly, but you'll never have that problem with the perfect steak. You know why? Go back to the 3 T's, guys. You are controlling with the perfect steak system time, temperature,
Time,
thickness,
temperature,
always.
thickness.
So you will never dry out
Dodge,
your chicken.
duck,
It'll
dip,
always
dive,
be moist
and
and juicy. And because of the non-stick surface in the pan, you're going to cut down in oils and thus fat, right?
Yeah, and thus calories.
Oh,
sweetheart.
you're right. You're right. Perfect steak is one of the healthiest ways that I know of to cook meat, fish, poultry,
This guy's a
just about
metronome.
everything. You name it.
How's your steak, sir? Very good. Very good. Is that
I
cooked
love.
to your
Can't wait.
specifications, sir? Perfect.
Nashville.
That would be a perfect steak.
Well, the steaks
Whoa,
passed the
whoa,
test.
one of them said
Who
it.
cooked those perfect
Bullshit.
steaks? The husbands are blown away when their wives come out to take
It's
all the
Rick
credit.
Ryan.
I just can't believe all this. The steak that I ate tonight was fantastic. It was done perfect and tasted very good. Tasted like it was done by professionals.
This is bizarre.
Really?
Really?
They were
I feel
definitely
pretty
going to the strip
comfortable in the
club.
kitchen and cooking, except when it comes to steaks.
This is
Pretty
my
much
one
anything on the
night
grill.
a
And
week
I'm pretty
away
excited
from
now that with the
finish
perfect
your
steak
show.
system, I can cook a steak and feel confident like I do everything else. And I'm glad to know that
Does
you
this
liked it. But I
infomercial
think
assume
it
that
was really made
women
there.
don't know how to cook
Yes.
My
steak?
wife has never cooked.
Talk to the
perfect steak.
Bachelor.
Tonight, she cooked a perfect steak.
Thank you.
I don't believe this steak.
They didn't talk to
All
the
right,
single
let's take a look
guy
at these
who
chicken
also
breasts.
had his steak
Look at
ruined by
that.
one of
Is that
those women.
beautiful?
Who
What
cooked
about the other
two?
one here? That
He's
is
already out the door.
gorgeous. Now that is what a chicken breast should look like.
I am so glad that you decided
so
to
glad.
stay in.
She's so
I
glad.
know, I know. And I cannot think of one kind of steak that you have not cooked.
We've covered it.
Porterhouse,
Yep.
He's like, we're done.
filet mignon,
Shut up.
and Ed's birthday bone-in
There it
ribeye.
is, buddy.
Granddaddy of all
There it
steaks.
is.
There it is.
And those
Right.
fish steaks, don't forget
What
those.
about Teese's chuck
What about
steak?
tomahawk?
You and Susan
Plank.
did
You
it.
can't fit in the fucking pan.
Plank, hanger. How about a cube steak?
an awesome job.
We'd love to stand here and take all the credit, Dan, but really it goes to the perfect steak system. Look, you know I've screwed up steaks every single time. We all know that until tonight. Because with perfect steak, we control the time, the temperature, and the thickness. They came out
I don't know
every
that.
single time.
I don't know yet.
Now you can do the same thing.
It was in the script, I
your
think.
very own home, 365 days
Maybe this
a
is
year,
scripted?
7 days a week, rain,
Whoa.
sleet, ice, or snow for a fraction of the cost.
Wait, this isn't
You're
real?
saving money, but you're also going to save time because cleanup is a snap. Just pop the pan in the dishwasher.
That's right.
That's
My favorite part, really, guys, is
economical.
I got to spend time with you guys tonight. You know what happens. I'm always at the barbecue, and I don't get to spend time with you
Yeah,
guys.
you know, when you go to a restaurant, you never get to spend time with the people you're there with. You're always running back to the kitchen, making sure they're cooking things properly, yelling at the waitress, trying to get the number from the hostess and make sure your wife doesn't see, going out to do some blow in the bathroom, smoke some cigarettes, come back inside. Okay. Now I got to actually see you guys. This is so great.
Supporting small business.
Happy birthday,
Spend time with
David
you guys
Wayne.
now because the steak pod, well, thank you. The steak pod told me tonight when to flip it, when to rest it, and better yet, when to eat it.
So I have an idea. Can we all come back and do this again for my birthday next month?
You got it.
You're invited. You're
Doesn't
invited.
sound like we have a choice, does it? Hey, look, cooking
Next
steak
month.
doesn't have to be hard or complicated or even stressful in any way.
This guy works at the Pentagon.
The latest weapon in the war on wrinkles.
He's got to turn his
Will
cell phone
Patton.
off. All afternoon.
It's only been 15 minutes. They can still go make their
Complicated
reservation.
or even stressful
No.
in any way. When you have the perfect steak system, any steak can be the perfect steak. You guys think so, don't you?
They spend some
Yeah.
fucking
Let's
money
eat
on
something
steaks,
then.
though.
Yeah. Give me some of that right there.
Cooking the perfect steak
For
at
one
home is
person
a
that
real
likes
mystery.
chicken and another person that doesn't eat steak,
Clean show.
that's how it always goes.
We dry them out by broiling, we pan fry them in unhealthy fat, and incinerate them on barbecues. You can never repeat the steakhouse experience. Never, that is, until now. Introducing the perfect steak system. Finally, there's a complete system that takes all the guesswork out of cooking the perfect steak, giving you control over the 3 T's to perfect grilling: temperature, time, and thickness. The centerpiece is a specially designed non-stick grill pan with an innovative even heat distribution process that includes a built-in temperature gauge right in the handle of the pan. Add a state-of-the-art palm-sized digital steak pod that precisely calculates the amount of time you need to grill your particular steak, and you have the perfect steak system. Here's how it works. Simply measure the thickness of your steak with our handy measuring stick. Add that information to the pod.
Yeah,
Key in
good
exactly
catch, Dan.
how you
That's
want
not
your
a
steak
thing.
cooked. Perfectly well done, exactly medium, or as rare as you like it. The steak pod calculates the perfect cooking time. Just place in the pan and hit start. Your steak pod tells you when to flip
Calculates
it,
it.
when to take it out, and when it's perfect to serve. But Perfect Steak does more than just beef. Perfect Steak makes perfect tuna and salmon steaks, lamb and pork chops, and the juiciest chicken breasts ever. And it's great for family favorites like hamburgers, hot dogs, sausages, and grilled sandwiches. The steak pot even has a dual mode control. So with the press
they
of a
rolled
button,
this
you
what?
can cook 2 different meals at
Four?
the same time.
3 or 4
I think it's the
times.
third
While
one.
steak is cooking to a perfect medium rare, moms can keep cooking to a perfect well done. The digital steak pod's dual mode does
10
all
minute,
the
20
thinking
minute,
for you.
and-
Plus, there's more. As a part of this
Probably.
special TV offer, you'll also get the amazing Perfect Steak Cookbook, filled with sauces, butters, and
30 roll,
sides,
man.
guaranteed to turn every meal into a true dining experience.
That's what's
But
in the
we're still
cookbook?
not done. We'll also include a set of silicone-coated tongs so you can lift and flip your steaks with ease. Just one dinner at a fancy steakhouse could cost well over
about steaks?
$300.
How about rubs?
$300.
The entire Perfect Steak system, including the specially designed gourmet grill pan, the digital chef steak pod, the measuring stick,
What's
and
it
the
made
silicone
of?
tongs.
Space age?
Everything you see
I don't
here
like-
can be yours for just
Have we
3
figured it
easy
out?
payments of $39.95. But hold on.
No
when
space.
you call in the
What do
next
you-
minute,
what do you
we'll
mean?
make that
Pan.
last payment for you.
It's
That's
just a
right.
pan.
The entire Perfect Steak
That's it.
system can be yours for just 2 payments of $39.95.
It's a pan and a
But
ruler
hold on,
with a
we're
with a
not
Timex.
finished yet.
It's incredible.
Be one of the first
It's only for
500
$80.
callers, and we'll include this solid wood cutting board and a set of 4 stainless steel steak knives. A $30
Is
value.
that the same lady who
free.
cleans the
That's
pan?
right, free. You just pay processing
Here, put
and
this headset
handling.
on,
That
just
means
nod.
you get the Perfect Steak grill.
I got a theory. I got a good theory.
Yes. Yes. What do you got?
I got
What's
a
your theory?
great theory. So I think the pan is very, very toxic once you start flaking off pieces of it. And so they said they have to get you these tongs that obviously will not flake anything off the pan, and the cutting board and
Oh yeah, do not use metal tongs.
no, and the cutting board and the knives, because they want you to cut, like you could tell they paired those up together, because if you eat one like little morsel of this thing, you're dead. That's you get COVID-19.
Yeah. It's like the first episode of Chernobyl.
It turns inside out. Yeah.
Digital steak pot, the measuring stick, perfect steak recipe collection, the silicone tongs, and as our special bonus, the wooden cutting board and steak
thing
knife
is a
set,
full
all for
3
just
minutes.
2 payments of $39.95.
So that's 9 minutes of the
That's
show.
an incredible offer, and one that
That's why
just
the rest.
cannot
Because I was
last.
thinking,
Pick up
the rest of the
phone
show
and
really,
call
it's
right now.
moving,
Have
right?
your credit
We've
card
said a
ready
few
and send
times,
check
like
or
they're
money order to the
in
address
and
on
out
your
of places.
screen.
It's moving
Remember,
well.
if you don't absolutely love
But
the
this
perfect
thing's
steak
like,
system, send it back and we'll refund your purchase
could've-
price. This
I would've had-
special
I want
TV
more-
offer is not
more
There's a
available
lot of
in stores
setup
and
in
will
this
not
thing.
last. Don't miss out. Call now.
And not a lot of
payback.
Ugh.
Call now.
That's it. And we're home. That's fun. That's a nice little romp.
Yeah, as much as I liked it, I would never buy it. But I think that they did all the right things to make you want to buy it.
Yeah. So my first takeaway was, this is like Magic Bullet.
The ultimate party machine.
Light.
Are we early or something?
And, I think going into the research for next week, we'll check the timeline and stuff, because it feels like, I think this had to have been before it, right?
Yeah,
before the bullet,
guess, right?
Maybe.
I'm saying
Seems
after
like
the bullet.
Similar timelines.
Maybe. We'll find out.
That's some bullet.
Yeah.
The same idea.
Yeah.
We're doing it here. Come on over.
We're here.
Number of couples. You sit down and eat.
Here we have baby back ribs.
We're using this thing. That's how great it is, which is
Countertop magician?
Good setup. There's a few more cooking things like that too.
That's incredible.
This feels like a relative of the bullet
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Granny.
more than those. I think maybe it's because of the Bo and Susan, Mick and Mimi corollary that is really lighting my fire.
The only thing that is different than that is they are going after steakhouses.
Yeah.
It's as bold as you could be.
Be creative.
It's like going after somebody's best lobster roll.
I got 5 lobsters in there.
Like a steakhouse is a dojo to, I guess, the real chefs of I'm doing air quotes, chefs of the industry, but they're going after them like
steak chefs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I would think that they.
It's a steak chef.
I would think they are like. I don't know. It felt really kind of cheapened by that.
Believe me, it's well worth it.
Because it's hard to believe I would ever have that experience at somebody's home over out at a restaurant.
Do you think they were leaning into the Southern vibe in that, like, how to cook a steak in the South?
The guy's barbecue, like that's a whole stereotype.
The South is beef, kind of.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah. Guess what? We can all do it in the kitchen. We're cosmopolitan guys.
Frozen drink.
We can do this better.
Well, that's the other thing. Now that you say that, like that's why there's no sides.
I got 3 full racks of ribs in there.
And no sides. Like I cooked the steak.
Yeah.
Man cook steak. You're the women. That's women's work.
Yeah.
Sides, vegetables. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a steak and I had a hamburger for a side, and I had salmon appetizer because I was feeling a little light in the loafers, if you know what I mean, brother.
But it's still not obscene though. It's not obscene like Tice, whatever. His cowboys.
Grill is.
He's like, let's give them 100 pounds of steak.
Go feed a small army.
Huh? You guys are hungry?
Pound the meat with flavor.
It's like here's one clean steak for each.
Do you want to have lasagna tonight, tomorrow, next Wednesday? And you can freeze it and have it next week.
Maniac.
You can do that with steak too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You want a tomahawk? Yes.
How about chicken?
You cannot make any mistakes with a perfect steak.
I mean,
you cannot make imperfect steaks.
Not a stupid production, not a stupid approach, but the product is just like, it's like if this was, if you saw it live, right? If this was happening live, you'd go, dude, I got a pan. You're like, what? Why would I spend $80 on this?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're getting a pan.
It's a pan.
With an M. D on the end. There's no D.
Yeah, it's a pan, a ruler, and a stopwatch.
Tamagotchi.
A Tamagotchi stopwatch. Tamagotchi watch.
Well, if it isn't Tamagotchi.
And somehow they made it into a product. So it'll be great for us to figure out next time around, was this a successful product? Can we buy it? Should we? Do we own one? Find out next time on Call Now.
Wait, did you get one, Dan?
Thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, or follow on your preferred podcast medium. And for all things Call Now, visit callnowpodcast.com. And if you want to connect with the boys, you can find them at Call Now Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, or send them an email at callnowpodcast@gmail.com. And if you can't fight the urge to pick up the phone and call now, you can leave them a voice message at 617-356-7439. And if you call in the next 30 minutes, you might just be the next star of Call Now. Thanks again for listening, and we hope you tune in next time to Call Now.
Thank you for listening. This has been a B+ effort. We'll try harder next time.